The first line of business is the adoption of the agenda.
I'll move to adopt the agenda as presented.
Second.
All right, the motion's been made and seconded to adopt the agenda as presented. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, moving on, it looks like we need to approve the minutes from August 5th, which are attached. They're not too long, so if you want to take a few moments to review.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we adopt the minutes.
All right, the motion's been made and seconded to approve and adopt the minutes as presented. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we'll go ahead and get into new business. We just have one case today, and it's exploratory, so no case number. Mr. Payne has requested an exploratory meeting for a special use permit for a mini storage facility on property identified as Madison County Tax Map 40-19B. The subject parcel is 2.959 acres and is zoned B1 Business General. Mini storage units are a special permit use in the B1 zoning district, Article 8-2-11. We'll go ahead and let Mr. Nichols kick it off, and then we'll hand it over to you, Mr. Payne.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, so Mr. Payne approached me in the zoning office about converting an existing building where the saddlery liquidators, is that correct? Is where they are now, but say is vacating that space. And he would like to convert the space that they occupy into mini storage units. The property is zoned B1, and mini storage units are a special permit use in that district, so we are here.
Thank you, Ms. Nichols. Ms. Payne, if you just want to give a kind of brief overview, introduce yourself, and kind of what your idea is for the project.
Yes, good morning. Yeah, I own the Piedmont Plaza. My name's Darrell Payne. I've had a couple tenants through the years rent that space, and my previous tenant moved out this past weekend. Has been there for 10 years. It sat idle one time for 3 years. But I thought, what am I going to do this time? I already had somebody inquire about renting it, but I think I can do better with it myself. And my son and I, the one that moved to South Carolina, had a self-storage in Ruckersville. And we have since sold that this past year, but we built one in Louisa, opened it last year. And to me, this spot seems to be ideal for a climate control inside self-storage. It's got the parking. I know how to run it. And I feel like there would be a need for it in Madison for the self-storage. That's pretty much my plan. I have gotten in touch with Betco, a company that built our facility in Ruckersville, and also the one in Louisa, to come by and take a look at it and give me their thoughts for switching it over and making it into a mini self-storage. And I think my track record, if you look at the reviews on Ruckersville and what I've done down there, we had the best reviews of any self-storage facility in the area. We're doing the same thing in Louisa. And when we do it, we try to do it right.
I guess I just have a couple of questions. How many tenants are in there now? I mean, Piedmont Deli clearly, but anybody else other than that they're actively?
I have,
If you can divulge, if it's
yes,
private, that's fine too.
no problem. I have Dave Jenkins with the tattoo parlor, and I have the ice cream shop that just moved in. And like you say, I have the Piedmont Deli.
And none of those will be disrupted by this, or those tenants will remain the same, or?
Dave, with the tattoo shop, has already given notice. He's moving out at the end of the year.
Okay.
He's retiring. So his spot will be vacant. I don't see where it would impact either of the other two tenants. In fact, it may help their business.
Mr. Payne, I have a question. I'm trying to get a visual. I've been in a few of the interior self-storage, and but to be fair, most of those were like former warehouses that were converted. You're going to have, similar, same-size units, or there'll be kind of different sizes? I know they generally have like roll-up doors. What's like the square footage of each unit?
Good question. There will be various sizes.
Okay.
I see some 5x5s, 5x10s, 10x10s, 10x15s, and 10x20s. There'll be a variety of sizes there.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
And my guess is most of your questions are gonna be with Mr. Wilkes, but, what is our parking for a self-storage? Because this one, he's gonna have ample parking already.
I'll pull it
right?
up for you, but you do have an existing building. We're not building something new.
Okay.
And, having been in that parking lot, it's probably sufficient, but let me pull it up for you really quick.
I will say
1490,
on parking,
1410.
self-storage, from what we have determined from the state, requires the least amount of parking
It does,
of
yes.
any business.
Definitely less than a grocery store, which is what it was years
ago.
Yeah.
Also, I assume your entrance, since it was a commercial entrance of some sort to begin with,
That's
we'll,
good.
we'll find out, but I suspect that should be adequate. But any VDH requirements, I wonder?
I talked to VDH this
Okay.
morning. They were explaining to them what's going on here. It's probably gonna be nothing for them.
Hmm.
What he's doing is not gonna impact much of anything. I'm assuming, I've never been in that side. I guess there's a bathroom in there, I would imagine.
There is.
You're not adding bathrooms or anything, so I talked to Emily and they said there's really nothing for them to even comment on.
Yeah. I feel like the traffic flow would be less than what it was for the saddle shop, which unfortunately was slow for them as it was.
What about fire suppression? Is that anything that's?
I'll have to dig a little deeper on your parking question because it's not explicitly
We'll call that
defined,
for-
so I've got to go in and interpret it. So let me read through it and I'll let you know, but
Okay.
I suspect it's not
Should be
crazy.
I would imagine the building's not sprinkled, but you're not modifying the building to that extent. And Jamie, correct me if I'm wrong, it's not considered occupied, is that correct?
Well, that is irrelevant, it's occupied. If you get to a certain size, sprinklers are required.
Okay.
But that, I can't imagine that thing's big enough to require it.
Okay.
It's not that big of a building. It's not 12,000 square feet of storage space. I wouldn't think.
Complete building's only 10,000.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's not a requirement. You can put them in if you want, but.
No. Not all well system.
No,
Oh,
fair
it can be
point.
done.
I know.
But speaking of building code, you're gonna do what they call a change of occupancy. It's a business use now, it's going to storage, so you'll have to get a permit to do that. And this is gonna be like your typical, someone rents it out from their house and store stuff in there, correct? So I was trying to figure out, there's two S groups in the building code, S1 and S2. And from your description, it's gonna be S1, which actually helps you a lot.
Yeah.
Because S2 would require a 2-hour firewall between the other businesses. S1 doesn't, which doesn't make sense, but that's what the building code has always had. So if you do the change of use to S1, there's no physical fire barrier separation. Now, the building's got to be separated, it can't be opening into another business, but I would imagine it's even there now.
Yeah, there's a cinder block wall there right now,
So that's gonna help you, when you do, if you decide to do this and go through it, we'll need basically what they're gonna change, because they're gonna change stuff in there. So we'll have like a floor plan, we'll submit a building application, and however they're making these things, I don't know how they're gonna build them.
Yeah, Bedco does a great job. They're one of the top 2 in the nation of remodeling and
Who are they?
called Bedco. Rocky is one, and the Bedco those two seem to be the 2 big boys.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm not familiar with them, but that's fine. That's just, it would be a change of occupancy. The bathroom, is it gonna remain?
I'm on the fence on that. It'll be there, whether or not I
Is it a
allow
van? Is this gonna be like, you have the staff sitting there?
No.
Because if staff's there, they gotta have somewhere to go. If it's like a lot of these ones where you show up with code, it's probably not required, because who's gonna use it?
Yeah, it would be like self-storage. I'll have codes for the
Yeah.
tenants to get in, and I'll probably still have a code for the bathroom. If they
Yeah,
want
if
to
it
use it.
stays, and just know if you work on that bathroom, you change it. I've never seen it, but it's probably not an accessible bathroom, like what you think ADA type things.
It's not.
But if you work on it, it may not come all the way up, but you're gonna have to do some stuff to make it better than it was. That's what the building code requires, to make it a little bit more accessible, a little bit better than it was. Grab bars, things like that, to make it a little bit better. If you don't do anything, it is what it is.
I guess my last question would be, there's still quite a bit of property there on that little peninsula. Would you expand and build any additional in the future, or is this just to kind of repurpose what you've got?
Just repurpose what I've got for right now. If I would, I'd come back and say, hey, what do you think of this? You may not want it.
Would that
Where
cover
exactly is
expansion, or
the
would this just SCP just
It
Is it
cover
on
this?
that little point piece?
It is.
Do something
So you
else,
can't
depends
put
on what the
anything
use
there
is.
Doesn't take up that much
He's
room
working
on it.
within the
It does
building.
have some extra
Within it.
room around the perimeter,
Yeah.
but
If he goes to build something new.
right now,
Change the floor area,
I
he
think
might
just
change the
using the
floor.
building as
Okay.
the main plan.
I think it's reasonable, changing it. We'll see.
Well, I will say it looks like low impact. And I'm also a fan of not having vacant buildings. So I appreciate you being creative with another use and being able to, fill out the space.
I guess, Mr. Nguyen, since you're here, a stakeholder from VDOT, any,
Can you hear me? Okay. So, with the reduction in use, reduction in traffic, your parking doesn't, up to you all about the parking, but it's a full commercial entrance, and like you had said, that I don't think we're gonna have to require anything at all.
Very good.
I guess no other stakeholders. Any other questions for Mr. Payne? We do have public here. Any public comment? Please, ma'am, and I think the microphone's on, but.
So my name is Lynn Henshaw. I live in Madison County, up off of Novum Road. I signed up over a year ago to get notifications of any meetings in the county, and I get the minutes and all, and I've been reading them. And I'll admit, I read that, and I went, oh my gosh. In my head, I saw storage units on that triangle of land. And that's why I'm here, and I'm so glad to hear what you're doing. That's fine. But that's why I came, because I saw that, and I went, we don't want that as we come into Madison. So just turning, I never knew, I've been in this salary, I'm thinking, gee, I didn't think it was that big inside, but, I mean, I guess if you can get 10 units, so that's why I'm here, why I came, and I feel confident that it sounds like it's not gonna change the look of Madison as we come into it.
Perfect.
Is that okay?
Of course, yes, ma'am. No, we appreciate the public comment as well. You're good.
You're just in time.
So, Mr. Chairman, I just briefed Supervisor Dawson on what the actual
did, okay.
project was, so not sure if he has questions or not.
Mr. Dawson, we'll give you a second to get settled if you want to ask any questions. Okay. Perfect. Well, any action up here from the committee?
Well, this is exploratory, right? There really is no action, right?
No further directions or?
I mean,
Good.
there's nothing to do at this point, right?
I have one for Mr. Carpenter.
Yeah, we can recommend it forward to the planning commission.
Do you want to see anything in particular, other than just a discussion of this use on the site, going to the planning commission? I wasn't going to require the applicant to provide a floor plan or anything crazy, just because we're doing a concept. The building code will dictate what's acceptable beyond that.
Right, I mean, this is all within an existing structure, so I'm not sure we would have.
Pretty,
other than
pretty minimal documents for
the
this one.
purpose of the SUP,
Okay.
I would guess that probably somebody's gonna ask a little bit about the way the units are built and things like that, but that's not really germane to whether it's a use that we can approve.
Okay, very good. Wanted to see what the
Just
expectations
out
were.
of curiosity, I expect somebody will be asking more about the units, but
Can I add just something going forward? I don't know the process, but when it's mentioned like in other public documents, maybe you say something that it's being done in the existing building. Because like me, I read this and thought, we got a new building, you know, so if it could just specify that it's being done in an existing building, and then you might not have a lot of people like me showing up, what are you doing?
I can do that, thank you.
We do appreciate you showing up, though, so we like that. Okay,
Mr. Chairman, well, I guess the question stands, does it need action? If so, then I'm happy to make a motion.
Say, make your motion, Jonathan.
All right, I move to recommend this application be advanced to the planning commission.
Second.
perfect. All right, the motion has been made and seconded to move the TBD case number for Mr. Payne for the special use permit for mini storage units to the Planning Commission workshop, which will be held next month. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Perfect. Well, Mr. Payne, congratulations. We'll see you in the next meeting.
Thank you.
Mr. Payne, I have an application I will send you shortly. That's safe for you to fill out at your leisure. Thank you, sir.
And we'll open it up again to any general public comment, not specific to this case, if there are any. We don't have anybody online, do we? Okay. One of these days, we're gonna get one. With that being said, we're gonna wrap in record time today?
Second.
All right, the motion's been made and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Thanks, Mr. Wynn, for coming for a short one, too.
Thank you all.